Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Many thanks for keeping faith with us and happy new month again to us all. But while we are getting closer to the election proper 2023, a lot of insecurities are really getting increased. We're used to Brano, Kaduna, in some places Kano and the rest, but right now, sorry, Katsina, but right now it is gradually becoming a norm in southern part of Nigeria, particularly southeastern part. But this time around, a whole lot of Nigerians have gotten used to the term UGM, but this is not UGM, as victims of kidnap have decided to tell their gory stories, and some of the stories are very unique. In the moment, you're going to find out what happened in Enugu and why Enugu seems to be topping the chart when it comes to the issue of insecurity, particularly kidnapping. In the moment, you're going to find out all this and much more, and what the Vigilante in Enugu decided to do. They're rising up to the situation and the occasion. I just hope also every part of Nigeria will need to find an antidote to this issue of kidnapping and insecurity. Before we go into the news, Papa, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. But there has been an upsurge in herdsmen kidnappings in Enugu. Over the last few days, this is coming after Enugu resident complained of helicopters dropping northerners in the hills surrounding the city. The Nsukka to Enugu part of the state is basically under lockdown. Folks that traveled down to the villa can't come out. Even students returning back to UNN are being kidnapped. My God. Unfortunately, crime reigned on the road, hence kidnapping by suspected Fulani Herdsmen, and other violent crimes have been taking place along the Ogwogu Obi Nsukka Road as well as the Ngwogu Neke Ikem Road. Despite security checkpoints along this road path, the spate of crime increased on the roads. A security expert who spoke on the condition of anonymity confided that both the federal government and state government have security reports that the bandits have remained in the forest of communities in Ojegbogene, Nike, Nike and Iwetiti and its Isuzo local government areas from where they have continued to operate along the 9th Mile Nsukka Road, the old 9th Mile Opi Nsukka Road, and their recent relocation to Ngwogu areas because of the increased traffic in the area. How can a dog eat the bone that is hung around his neck for safekeeping? The military is supposed to protect us, but they have become our nightmares. They now connive with kidnappers to deal with us, one of them said in a condition of anonymity. He said, we also call on the army to fish out the soldiers on duty along the Four Corners Venue Road on Friday, 14th October 2022. The day we were set free and bring them to book. They were complicit in our kidnapping. In Enugu, we must cry out enough is enough. From one of the kidnappers' victims, or I take that again, from one of the kidnapped victims, this was her story. Say in June 2022, no less than 7 suspected kidnappers for ransom, made up of Fulani herdsmen and other natives, were arrested by both community security outfits and the police in different parts of Enugu State. In Ibete community of Udi local government area, that's local government council area, suspected Fulani kidnappers allegedly invaded the community and kidnapped 6 pilgrims on June 19. The victims were later rescued by forest guards. The kidnappers reportedly nabbed the pilgrims in broad daylight as they were praying at a popular hill near the Agwam monastery and took them deep into the forest. The victims were later rescued through the joint effort of forest guards from the Udi and the Enugu East local government councils. The security agents were said to have swung into action, immediately receiving the information and pursued after the kidnappers. Director of Enugu State Forest Guards, Mr. Matthew Obodechi, said the forest guards in the area pursued the kidnappers and contacted their counterparts at Ogbeke Nike Enugu East local government area, who also mobilized from their own end. Narrating their ordeal, the victims who were evacuated to the monastery said they were praying on the hill when they were suddenly surrounded by about 7 Fulani-looking individuals wearing police uniforms. The bandit took all our phones and ordered us into the forest. They ordered us into the forest. After a long trek, we got into the bandits' camp deep in the forest where their colleagues, numbering about 10, were waiting for them. We also found another kidnapped victim there. For reasons we didn't know why or when or then, we didn't know the reasons then, the kidnappers suddenly became panicky and subsequently ran into the forest, leaving us alone and confused before the forest guards appeared. One of the victims narrated the story. In Ikem, Isuzu local government area, about 5 indigents were abducted in a series of kidnapping jointly carried out by natives of Enugu State and Fulani Herdsmen that are reportedly camped at the Isuzu, Benue State border at Okpoko local government area of Benue State. Now, this is one too many, but there's something I took note of that got my attention. Is the fact that the forest guards did not relax, they did not relent. I don't know why, but I believe that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. If for some reasons the northern part of the vigilante group in northern Nigeria are being permitted to carry some sort of arms, I think the same should be done also to the southern part of Nigeria that are also into vigilante or local security. Because you can imagine how these guys operate. Very unfortunately, Enugu is feeling the heat. I think most Nigerians, but Enugu seem to be topping the chart when it comes to the issue of kidnapping right now. In the cultural judging, also coupled with the fact that there's so much both insecurity and hunger in the land. Okay, hunger. Just recently too, I think there's another one that took place in Lagos by the expressway where the victim, a young lady, I think they were twins or two siblings, two sisters, where one of them narrated the story that the people who carried this dastardly ad are Fulanis. Unfortunately, they're not even up. They're not more than 16 years, according to her narrative, which means it's all those warnings they were giving southern Nigeria that these guys are camping in your forest. They have a lot of camps and all that, and they keep telling you that. And now, coupled with what is going on, where they're even insisting also that they should give them open grazing, and they want a national livestock transformation program. Who will give you? With this kind of news coming up here front, back and center, and it's with elections so close and them making demands of our lands and water bills, they're trying to pass it by force, by thunder, anyhow. Just begin to wonder, is there some sort of conspiracy going forward? If I was to be the governor of any state, I would have said, for the level of insecurity we are facing and we're having existential threat, I would believe that I would agree that they should have some sort of ammunition. So it won't be like my Yoruba brothers will call it Kondo Olokpa. Kondo Olokpa is called baton, police baton. How can you tell a whole criminal that is holding very dangerous weapon, you tell him, lift your hands in the air with your kondo, that will not even touch him? The only language they will understand that time is what you're having. And the kondo is not doing anything, it won't do much. I guess that's going to wrap it up. I will say kudos to the forest guys for rising up. I think all states should have not just people like security, I feel like forest guard, but also should have some sort of ammunition to also enforce those securities. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take? Have a nice